Today's video is something I don't really see much on YouTube, but I think it's going to be a really fun topic, and I'd really love to hear your guys' opinions in the comment section below. And let's all admit, it's a very subjective topic. So before I get into it, I first need to explain what I'm looking at. What are my factors for the 10 greatest shots in NBA history? Well, first off, there's the context and the gravity of the moment. Obviously, there are many incredible shots throughout the NBA regular season, but if something happened in the playoffs, or even the conference finals, or of course the NBA finals, then it's gonna mean more and be more likely to climb up the list as the stakes get higher and higher. Second off is how iconic the shot was. Third is how difficult the shot was. And fourth is how clutch the shot was. So what that means is it's not just about how big the game was or how far it was into the NBA postseason, but how much was it needed. A game-winning buzzer beater where your team was already up 3-0 is going to be way less significant than a Game 6 where you're facing elimination. Number 10, Steph Curry's game winner over OKC in the 2016 regular season. Now, leading off the list with a regular season contest might have some of you raising your eyebrows, but I will say this is my highest ranked regular season shot of all time. And part of that is in fact the gravity and context of the moment. The Warriors were late into their regular season. Golden State was in the process of having the greatest regular season in NBA history, and people have already been marveling at what Steph Curry was capable of. So then he tops it off by hitting this ridiculous three-point shot, which by the way, was his 12th three-point shot made in this game, as he capped it off with a 46-point performance. Number 9, Michael Jordan's quote, "the shot," in 1989 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. This was in the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs, but with that being said, it was a decisive fifth game, so Jordan absolutely had to make this. But not only that, it was an extremely difficult shot, as Jordan was off balance and moving to his left, while Craig Elo actually did do a pretty good job of contesting it as much as he gets crapped on. Number 8, John Stockton sends the Utah Jazz to the NBA Finals in 1997. It's amazing that John Stockton got such a good look, considering that he was probably the second best three-point shooter on the team at that point. And in hindsight, we remember Charles Barkley, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Clyde Drexler as the old super team that failed. But if Stockton doesn't step up and bury this jumper, then it might just be the Rockets who made it to the NBA Finals in 1997 instead of the Jazz. Somehow, this one has become a bit overlooked in NBA history over time, but it's certainly on the top 10 list for me. Number 7, Robert Horry in Game 4 of the 2002 Western Conference Finals. For both the Kings and Lakers, this was a suspenseful game to say the least, and it was absolutely necessary, because if this shot doesn't go down, then the Lakers trail in the series 3-1 to the extremely talented Sacramento Kings. And just about everybody believed that if he had missed that shot, then that would have been a death sentence for Los Angeles. But after Kobe failed to make the game winner, and then Shaq failed at his own opportunity as well, the ball just happened to fall on Robert Horry's lap, and the rest was history. Number 6, Kyrie Irving's three-pointer in the 2016 NBA Finals. The 73-9 Warriors were well on their way to being recognized as the greatest team in NBA history. But as you all know, they blew the 3-1 lead and Kyrie and LeBron James stepped in. And although LeBron's defensive stop is immortalized in basketball lore, maybe even the more crucial play was Kyrie Irving's three-pointer. Number 5, Derek Fisher's 0.4 shot against the San Antonio Spurs. As a Lakers fan, this one was always bittersweet for me because I do know that we go on to lose in the NBA Finals this season. But looking at the shot for what it was, how unique it was, and the fact that it came from one of the most clutch Lakers in NBA history, it certainly has its place. I remember over and over again, we were watching that replay, seeing if he got the ball out of his hands in time, and somehow he did. Number 4, Jerry West sends Game 3 of the 1970 NBA Finals to overtime. This one was absolutely crazy, as Dave DeBusschere, one of the great New York Knicks, just made what appeared to be the game-winning shot. But that's when Mr. Clutch stepped in and hit an amazing shot well beyond half court. Consider the fact that the three-point line did not yet exist in the NBA. And if it had, this would have been a game-winning three-point shot in Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Number 3. Michael Jordan in Game 6 of the 1998 NBA Finals. Now I know a lot of Jordan fans are going to see this and get triggered that it's only third on the list. And I get it. But this isn't the top 10 most iconic shots in NBA history, because if it was, this would certainly be number 1. But when you look at the various different factors, like how difficult the shot was, it was a pretty standard jumper for MJ. And then how clutch the shot was, it was certainly clutch, but remember, this was Game 6 of the NBA Finals where the Bulls were already leading in the series. So if Michael Jordan does in fact miss this shot, then the Bulls still have a chance to win the championship in Game 7. With that being said, he ended his career in Chicago with a legendary 45-point performance with one of the most epic sequences in basketball history. Number 2. Kawhi Leonard's jumper in Game 7 of the 2019 Eastern Conference Semifinals. Obviously, this came from the hands of Kawhi, who did end up going on to win the championship and being that season's Finals MVP. And if one of those bounces on the rim had just been slightly different, then we have a completely different NBA champion that year. So when you talk about the suspense and the gravity of the moment, it really doesn't get much higher than this. The only one thing it doesn't have going for it is that it didn't happen in the NBA Finals instead. But still, with how epic this shot was, with its degree of difficulty, with its suspense, and with it being in the last moments of a Game 7, it's certainly worthy of a top 2 spot. Here's my list of honorable mentions. Should any of these shots have made the top 10 instead? Let me know in the comments below. Number 1. Ray Allen in Game 6 of the 2013 NBA Finals. To me, this is the greatest shot in NBA history for a multitude of reasons. When it comes to my factors, it has literally everything. It was Game 6 of the NBA Finals, and if he misses this shot, San Antonio wins the championship right there on the spot. But because Ray Allen had practiced that shot so many times before and stepped up and buried it when it mattered the most, he enabled his team to go on to Game 7, where they eventually won the NBA championship. It is certainly iconic, and it was very, very difficult, because when you check the instant replay, he barely got his 2 feet behind the 3-point line right before he shot it. And of course, it was absurdly clutch, because again, if he doesn't bury this incredibly difficult jumper, it's the end of their season right then and there. So that was my list of the top 10 greatest shots in NBA history, and I'm interested to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more basketball content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.